It's so good. Wait, I feel like I need a cowboy hat. Can we get some smeller vision going? Hola familia, Busy Mommy here, and it looks a little different today. We just don't have time to do the setup, and I want to film for y'all so much, and I've been filming on TikTok a few little things, and I thought let's share with our YouTube family as well. So one of the things that just came out of nowhere is the 50 days with food. Nope, not 50 days. Cut. Changing that. 50 states of food. And we started off by me making a red beans and rice for Louisiana. Now, most of y'all know my husband's from Louisiana. I've been going there for about 21 years. And I started to get a lot of requests for other states. So today, Texas chili. Now, I know what you're thinking, Texas, Louisiana, pretty close, but it's cold here. It's, I guess, what they call cold there, because it's like 50 degrees is t-shirt weather here, but you know, it's a little cold there, so let's make some chili, and let's make it as Texas style as we can, which gives it that little bit of a Mexican twist, I think, and I feel like an authority on that, so let's get it going. First, we're going to roast some poblano peppers. You're gonna get them all nice and roasted. Once you roast them on the fire, you put them in a Ziploc baggie or zip top baggie, whatever you want to put them in. Just keep them covered. It helps steam them up. You have all seen me do this before for my rajas and for all my other recipes, so very similar. Here, I have 3 dried chilies that we're gonna use, or 2 dried chilies, because I thought about adding a third, but I think it might be too much. So we have these, which are actually the poblano pepper dried up, which is really cool. And then the guajillo chili. So this is chile ancho, this is guajillo chili, and we're gonna de-seed these, toast them up a little bit, and then blend them. So now we're gonna toast up our chilies a little bit by adding a little bit of oil to your pan, and then you're gonna throw your chilies in here and get them a little softened. My favorite. The smell that comes from these is amazing. I'd say maybe about 2-3 minutes, if that. Just toast them around and you're good to go. So once that oil starts to get red and you can start to smell the peppers, they're good to go. Take them out, put them in your blender, and set them aside. And this is why I keep the bud attached, because it keeps the onion attached when you're cutting and when you spill everywhere. Also, y'all, check out my cool new knife. I got this for Christmas from my hubby, and it's like amazing. Okay. And that was half an onion, and now on to the 3 poblano peppers. So I've de-seeded them, I have peeled them, and now I'm just gonna dice them up. Bite size, though I do like a big chunk of poblano peppers in my chili. All right, so now we're gonna saute our 3 poblano peppers and our half an onion in that same oil that you had the chilies in. Now I hear Texas has its own Trinity. As you guys might know, in Louisiana, they have the Holy Trinity, which is celery, bell pepper, and onion. I hear Texas's Trinity is green peppers, garlic, and onion. So pretty similar. I didn't use green peppers, I used poblanos. I think they add a nice smoky flavor. And I think this is gonna be a yummy chili. All right, so you can dice up your own garlic. Feel free to. I'm the busy mommy. I just didn't have time today. So we're gonna do about 1.5 tablespoons of squeezed garlic. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix this all together, and we're gonna sweat the vegetables. So a little bit lower of a fire, you just want them to get translucent. We're gonna have them lose a little bit of their bite, which the onion can sometimes have. Then we're going to make our meat. All right. All right, so that's what we want to see. We want to see them nice and translucent. We're ready to go with the meat. Got to get that bacon grease. We're going to add our meat to the bacon grease. All right, so I added about 2 pounds of ground beef. Now you can add ground chuck, brisket, whatever you want. This is what I had on hand, so this is what we're going with. All right, so we're gonna add about a cup of beef broth to our peppers just to help with that blending. And then blend it up. All right, we're gonna blend. Once you blend this up, you're gonna set it aside, leave it here. Then you're gonna check on your meat. So this is what you're looking for. You basically just wanna mix it up, brown it up a little bit. Don't worry about cooking it all the way. It will cook because it will sit for about 2 hours. It smells good. And now it's time for spices. We got our cumin, our onion powder, our garlic powder. You can tell which spices I use the most because they're in the bigger containers. We got our paprika. I'm just kidding, paprika. And then I am gonna add chipotle chili powder. I like it better than regular chili powder because it has like a smoky flavor and it adds such a great texture. Not texture, flavor. And then we gotta add our salt. Now I go easy on the salt at first because I wanna make sure that all the other things that I'm adding, like the beef stock and everything else, that has sodium in it. So we wanna make sure that it's not too salty. You can always add more salt, it's really hard to take it away. Dang, that looks so good. And then I like to strain my chilies in because I don't like the skin that they have. It's a little bit of a weird texture sometimes. So I go ahead and I strain all my sauce in. See all the pulp that's being left behind? We don't want that in our food. Some people add a slurry to theirs to make it a little bit thicker with flour. We gotta use corn masa. I mean, hello. Let's go. We're doing about 1/8 of a cup. Then we're gonna mix that in with the meat so that it gets all blended together before we add our liquids. Now come here, just look at this. Just like, come here, look at this. Like, don't you just wanna eat that by itself? Now I hear Texas chili ain't Texas chili without one of these. So, let's get it added. All right, we're gonna add some more beef broth because this is gonna cook for about 2 hours. We want those flavors to meld together. Then you're gonna bring it up to a boil and then you're gonna let it simmer on medium to low heat. And now it's the time you've all been waiting for. We get our beans so we can get them ready to go. I have a can of beans here ready to go to throw in. I'm just kidding. It's Texas chili, there's no beans. Once it comes to a boil, you're gonna let it simmer for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, depending on how long you wanna let it cook. Now, real chili takes time, you know. All right, so we're about to check on this chili. It smells amazing. Now, do you add tomatoes to chili? Apparently in Texas you don't, so I didn't. But you do what you want. It's your chili. Add beans if you want, add whatever. I can't because I'm making Texas chili, so I can't right now, but you do with what you will. It is a canvas for you to play with. Now, as we start to get ready to open this, so you guys can see it, stop for a second, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below the state you live in. If you did this Texas chili, did you like it? Does it look like Texas chili to you? And I don't know, just a smiley face. You can just comment a smiley face. I just want to see you guys. It's been a while and I miss you. All right, let's look at this chili. You ready? Let's get it open. Oh, perfect. It's gonna be so good. It's ready. Let's plate her up. All right, so you get yourself your ladle and your fancy bowl. This is a wedding bowl that I got 15 years ago when my husband and I got married, so. Let's serve our chili. Now the toppings. I'm gonna add some diced onion, some diced jalapeno, some avocado, that cheese, just a dollop of daisy. All right, so nothing goes better with a bowl of chili like a snowy day, and I'll be sure to throw that in here real quick so you can see how it is today here in Chicago, but now it's time to try it. So mix it all together. Let's eat it. Salud. It's so good. I thought I wasn't gonna like it because it had no tomatoes, which I'm used to, and no beans, which I'm also used to. Very good. I hope you try it. Comment your state and your dish. I'd love to do yours. Until next time. We're done. Finito, I want to eat this chili. Let's go. I just added to taste. Don't worry. In the description below, I'll have the ingredients once I finalize it, I promise. Ish. Love you.